Hey there, Desiree. How are you? Boy, hey there, Miss Telsha. Hey, just be real. How you guys doing? You guys doing okay? Hey, T Marie and Calvin, Julie Marie. I don't know what's going on with my Facebook over here. Hey, everybody. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Love Marlo, Rhonda. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Hey, Gina. Hi, unapologetically dope. You guys, hold on just a minute, okay? I know I always say hello to you guys. Give me just a minute. Let me fix the camera over here on Facebook, okay? Something has happened to my little camera. You guys give me 1 second. I'm coming back. Okay. Hey, girl. Oh, there we go. Now it came on. It was on the wrong network. Hey, Ronnie B, how are you? I'm doing great. Hold on, let me see all the people I missed. Hey, Butter Pecan and One Friendly Face and Delberta. How are you? Hey, Mary and Kimberly and Marquelda. How are you? De la Quiere, Panama. Okay, so I'm assuming that says from Panama, right? How are you? And then let's see, T. Williams, how are you? Let me go. Stevie Bananas, hey. Uniquely my day. Hey, Esther. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, Elizabeth, and let me see who else. Elizabeth and as Hectory Aber. Hey, Rachel. Hey, JP. You gonna have me lose my? Okay, hold on. I got to put my glasses on. Hey, Mark, Roxy. Hey. Oh, okay. See, I was Marquelda. I guess right. Well, hey there from Maine. Hey, Colleen. Cheers. Let's see. Kendra, Jules, Sarah, Stevie Bananas. I haven't seen TMG in a while. Would you like to be one of my moderators? Because I know you'll cut folks off too. Would you like to be included with Telsha, Just Be Real, and New Dawn Arises? You wouldn't mind? Okay, hold on a minute. Something is going on with my connection over here. You can do this? So it's okay? I can make you one of my moderators? Hey there, Erica. How are you? Hey, Mimi. Evangelist Nenka. How are you? Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, my dear. Hold on a minute. Okay. Stevie Banana, you are now one of the moderators. I know you'll get, hey, honey, Trina. So there you go. So anytime somebody needs to be blocked, so it's Stevie Bananas, Just Be Real, New Dawn Arises, TMG. She hasn't been on here in a while. And Telsha. I did say Telsha. Telsha, Just Be Real, New Dawn Arises, Stevie Bananas, and TMG. So you can keep my time, and you can also, look for those people that you have to, if you have to block, because you see it quicker than I do, because sometimes it rolls real fast, and you guys are looking at the conversations. A lot of time you see the conversations faster than I do. Oh yeah, Soaring Feather. Where's Soaring Feather been? I haven't seen her in a while either. Hey there, Bill. How are you doing, sir? Hey, Ron. How are you doing? You're going crazy with the quarantine. He's with New Supply. Well, what did you expect? You want a narc free chat? Yup. Hold on, let me wipe my little. You guys been doing okay? Hey, Lizette. Hey, Gina. Hey, Jill. Oh, you have a new grandson. Congratulations. My first grandson should be here in April. Hey, Tanya. Adrienne, Lynette. Hey there. Hey, Rose. How are you? You recommended me? Thank you. Hey, Pink. How are you? Okay, I'm going to get these glasses right. Give me a second. Hey. All right, hold on. Has smudges on here. No, I didn't make these. These came from, some of you guys actually sell these. These are, what are those little $5 jewelry thing? They're really cute too. Because I don't wear silver, but I like these. Okay. All right, there we go. I can see. Hey there, love for truth. There we go. Bangles and beads. That would be me. How are you guys doing? Hey Nancy, how are you? How are you guys doing? What you guys been doing on this quarantine? They closed the parks in King County? Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. For some of you guys that Jules said I recommended you to some of my patients and then they spread your good name to others. Please keep it up. Oh, thank you. Miss Jules, are you you mental health, right? Are you mental health or social work? You gave your dog a bath. Thank you, Butter Pecan. Going crazy. Y'all can't be going crazy. Oh, you enjoying your twin grands? Oh, thank you. Hey, Miss Robbie. Oh, I miss you. I got jokes and stuff, and you're not around for me to bounce my jokes off with. You like my old pictures? Oh, the picture, the picture collage that my daughter put together for my birthday. You're a nurse. Oh, okay, okay. Miss Jules, are you having to be in the Hey, New Dawn Arises. Hey there. Miss Jules, are you having to be in the hospital? Are you having to deal with any cases of corona? Oh, thank you, Stevie Bananas. Happy birthday. Thank you. Am I 37? No, girl. I'm 32 again for the fourth year in a row. Yeah, I'm 32 again. From Mexico City. Okay. Stuck in the house with the narc. That's a shame. That's a shame. Oh, thank you. Can I even see these? Can I even see these messages? I don't know. Are you looking? You do clinic and convalescent home. Okay. Have you had any cases of corona or anything like that? Are you keeping safe? Oh, no problem, Gina. Thank you. Are you have you had to deal with any corona cases, or are you keeping safe too? Your isolation ship. Oh, thank you, Miss Erica. Yeah, my daughter put that slideshow together. I thought it was cute, so I wanted to share it with you guys. Since some of you guys are sitting around just looking at Facebook, I said, let me give you guys something to do while I'm doing stuff. From the UK. Okay, UK. Well, come on in here. How are you? She said, we check patients' temperatures all day. No cases yet. I tested one and patient was negative. Oh, awesome. You stay safe, Miss Jules. We have 6 in our county in Kentucky. Oh, wow. You can't hear anything, Miss Chat? Click off. Somebody tell Miss Chat to click off and come back on. Hey there, Amy. Welcome. Welcome, newbie. 6 months, no contact. I was sent questions. I need private counseling. Help. Sorry, wasn't trying to be rude. Oh, wait a minute. So you need counseling. What state are you in? The corona is no joke. People just want, yeah, they won't listen. Yeah. Oh, it's bad in New York, Miss Pink. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Just went on lockdown in Ohio. All right. So how do you guys get out to get food and stuff like that? I will try. We have 3 nurses in my family. We can't stay home. You just be safe, Miss Jules. You check in and let us know you're doing okay. Hey there, Roxana. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Desiree. Kentucky. Okay. I can't do counseling across state lines. So I'm only licensed in the state of Washington. So I can only provide counseling in the state of Washington. I can provide you with coaching, but coaching is basically helping you put a plan together and follow through your plan. I'm a pretty good coach, though. I'll coach you through it. Remember, I used to be in the military, so I used to coach soldiers all day long. Oh, you're allowed to get food? Oh, okay. Just making sure. Exquisite Gem, everybody, you guys have what you need. You got food, co-parenting with the narcissist. Hey there. Hey there. Okay. It's not downloaded? Okay. Hey, Monica. You said help. I offer coaching. You are welcome to email me, and then I can provide you with more information on coaching services for you. Lockdown is out here for real. We go through stores in and out. Yeah. Usually when I leave the house and I go to the post office, from the post office to the bank, maybe to the store, and then back to the house. Oh, I love you too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you back. So Miss Elizabeth just emailed me, Dr. Carmen Bryant, DrCarmenBryant. That's you as well, Miss Monica, and email me and I will provide you, because I am providing, the discounts have been helping since November. So a lot of you guys usually come and talk to me once or twice and check in maybe once a month, and you guys doing pretty, you guys are doing great. You guys doing better than you think you're doing. But I love it. I love it because I get to see you guys face to face on camera. So I get to talk to you guys and see who's behind the names. But yeah, you, Dr. Carmen Bryant at Outlook.com. So you make sure you email me and then I'll send you. Thank you. Thank you, Telsha. Someone over here on Facebook put that too, Dr. Carmen Bryant at Outlook.com. So you can email me as well. And I can provide you more information on coaching services. Hey, Sparky, the cute kitten. How are you? 1 year, that's what I'm talking about. Russia released 500 lions in the streets. What? Oh my gosh. I'm not allowed out because you're COPD and emphysema and asthma. Ms. Rose, you be careful. Ms. Rose, who comes to bring you food and supplies and stuff like that? Lizette, you said I'm your friend in your head. Well, I'm glad I'm your friend in your head. Ohio's on lockdown. 381 people, strokes allowed to go to the stores and back. Everybody's still buying everything. I know, right? Mo Hussein, I'm a 40-year-old male healing from childhood trauma. I took your advice to see a therapist. You are so welcome. I'm glad. Congratulations to you, sir, because a lot of times men really don't like to go to counselors. I noticed that a lot. My caseload is more females than it is males. I do have males. Actually, do I? Yeah, I have a few males, but a lot of times men won't go to counseling. So I commend you, sir. I commend you for going. It's all empty, right? It's embarrassing. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm thinking like, it's embarrassing to go to the store. Okay, my bad. There was two different conversations, Udonna Rising. Well, for some men, you're taught to figure out. Men usually are taught to figure out problems themselves. You guys are problem solvers and fixers. And so when you go to counseling, it's almost like you failed at being able to solve a problem. But think about it. You don't have all the answers in the world. So it's okay to go talk to someone sometimes. The stores are empty. You just have to go, just go by every day. Hey, Dion, how are you? How are you doing? What you guys been doing while you guys been on quarantine? How you guys, what about jobs and finances, and how are you guys supporting yourselves? For those of you that are counselors, and you're doing like clinical work, like counseling, mental health counseling, marriage and family counseling. I know here in the state of Washington, Brianna, I just posted my email. Is Dr. Carmen Bryant at Outlook.com. Just scroll up just a little more and look under who posted it for me. Look under Miss Telsha. Just Miss Brianna, scroll up just a little more, and Miss Telsha posted my email. But for those of you guys, yeah, my daughter, she works at a lash salon. They had to close their lash salon too. You learning to play piano? Thank you, Miss Telsha. But yeah, for those of you that are in the mental health, for us, they have made special consideration and have allowed us to, without having to get the extra permission from the insurance company, have allowed us to do counseling online. And so a lot of the Washington clients, a lot of my clients still talk to me just like this. We talk to each other just like this. And so they've allowed us to use a HIPAA compliant platform. So some of you guys that are into the mental health, check with your states. They're making a lot of exceptions to rules because of the fact people need mental health care during this crisis. And so really my clientele is going up. Now, for those of you that are independent, contracting with insurance companies, do know though, because of the limited amount of personnel in the offices, it may be a delay in payment because it takes a minute to process claims. So get your clientele in, but just be prepared. It might your payments may be a little delayed. I'm hoping they're not. Hopefully they got enough people in there working claims. But yeah. So you guys been doing okay? I'm going to work and the company will shut down. So you're going to work. Thank you, Just Real. So you're going to work. You just be careful. Wrap your head with a scarf or something. Wrap your face with a scarf when you go out. Woo Ladybug said I exercise reading and brushing up on my flute notes. Okay. They have a list of who can work. Oh, okay. My daughter works in maintenance in NYC building. Oh. I got my son a therapist through this divorce this past year. Okay. I also have custody. Congratulations, Ron. Congratulations to you, sir. I stock and people are nuts. I believe that. I do medical billing, and they have allowed our doctors to do telehealth as well instead of going in office visits. See, that's what I'm talking about. So, Erica, do you do medical billing like in office? You work in the office and they hired you as a medical biller, or do you medical bill independently? Like, do you have your own business? Perfect time for you to have a business, honey, because we sure will hire you, because I sure need a biller. My husband, physician, afraid he's going to bring it home to us. Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Kelly. You guys just be safe. You just be safe. Been out of work, knee injury, then I had the flu. Elizabeth, be safe. You work also? Okay. Getting back into playing guitar. See, some of you guys are doing stuff. Lots of narcs be stalking us for a place to stay. You know, right? My company has 2 employees possibly exposed and still haven't shut us down. Dang, where you work, Nancy? I'm a DSP. What's a DSP? You don't mind me asking? Gina says she's on disability. Take care of my 80-year-old mom, keeping her isolated for sure. Okay. Okay, you're a third-party biller. Okay, the company I work for has 30 doctors. Oh, okay. Wait a minute, third-party biller meaning that you're employed with someone. You don't work independently, correct? Let's look. I'm blessed to take care of my mother. She's in hospice. That's good. I had to do my own hair at home because of this virus. I've been doing my nails and my hair. Train technologies. Okay, hold on. Train. What's train technologies? Okay, Erica. And this be the best time for you to start your own business as a biller. I sure hire you. Thank God I'm able to work from home now. Or your teacher. Okay. You'd be surprised at how many people will hire you to like, girl, Miss Allie, you can start your own business now. You can be a what is it, homeschool? Is it homeschool teacher? You can do it via online. I'm telling you guys, there are a lot of businesses, direct support professional. Okay. There's a lot of businesses, you guys, if you guys are educators like Miss Allie, you're an educator. You believe you me, people right now, I promise you this, people right now will hire you. People right now, whatever state you're in, credentials you have, people will hire you right now to do homeschooling online with their kids. They'll pay you a fee. Girl, you can make some money. Erica, you can make some money too. You start you a business right now. I'm telling you, there are a lot of us, because I have to do my own billing and I can't stand it because it takes up a lot of time. It takes up a lot of my time. And then when you don't get paid, you have to spend, that's a whole job in itself. It's a whole job in itself. So like tomorrow is my day off, which is Monday, and I'm working from home. So I have to sit. Hey, Miss Yolanda, I have to sit and do all my billing and call insurance companies to, and then you usually would log behind for like a few months and you're wondering where your payments are. But you can make some money, Miss Erica, I'm telling you. Yeah, it's time consuming. Most people think when you are a counselor, that's all you do is counseling. You did medical billing for Medicaid in the state of Florida. Okay. Homeschool my son the last 5 years. Okay. That's good. I'm telling you, you can make some money when they don't want to pay and you have to call all day long, right? See? And then you trying to do the counselor's trying to do counseling. Then on top of that, we got paperwork to do. Then you got paperwork to send to people. Then lawyers are asking for paperwork. Social Security asking for paperwork. And then you still got to do your billing. And then in the middle of doing your billing, you got to call each one of the insurance companies. And you got to talk to them about each individual claim. So you can have one person that has come to see you once a week for 4 weeks. And you're looking for all 4 of those claims. But it may be 2 or 3 other people, and you gotta. So I'm telling you, that's a whole job in itself. So I am my own secretary, my administrator, my biller. I am the report writer. I'm also the therapist. So imagine, You know what? It's complicated, but once you start doing it, I love the freedom of having a private practice. I love the freedom, and I have to set. It's really a matter of time management. It's really a matter of time management. But one thing that I will say is the very next thing that I'm going to invest in is a biller, because I'm tired of doing my own billing. I probably done lost money. Who knows? What you guys been doing? You guys been taking care of yourself? Erica, you need to give me a call. I worked for a medical doctor for 8 years and he did his billing. Erica, Wu lady over on Facebook said you need to give her a call. I worked for a medical doctor for 8 years and he did his billing. Kendra said, hold on, you need a professional assistant. You right. Soon as I get this up and going, I got to get my classes up and going. But you know, when you have an assistant, you have an employee, you got to pay them. So I got to change. I'm working on some things with my business so I can hire more therapists, because there's a lot of people that call. My phone rings all day, I'm telling you. And so if I can get I have another therapist that actually works for me. I just have to change my I have to change the way that my business is structured, and then once I get her back in, then I got to get an assistant that does billing. I'm telling you. Watching your YouTube, I'm 98%. Okay. Bill, you struggling? Hang in there. Hire you, Elizabeth. You a biller? Are you a biller? If you guys are billers, let me know. You guys do billing and all that kind of stuff, let me know, because I need to find one. You guys doing okay? I'm gonna let you guys know, shoot, in one day, I think I'm about to go clean next door neighbor's house. In one day, I think 1 hour I was a vegan, then I was a whole food person, I was a plant-based person, then I became a Weight Watcher, then I became a Nutrisystem person, then I became a meta fast, then I don't know what I became. That was all in one day. Hey, Pastor Ali, how are you doing, ma'am? Saw you today. Well, the only problem with interns is that I have to change the way that my business is structured so that my insurance and the insurance companies that I'm contracted with covers them. So I have to change. Hey, Miss Clara, I have to change the way that my business is structured in order to put the interns in there. Brenda said, I'm in therapy and group, but I am so freaking addicted to wanting healing for him and me. You got to focus on yourself, Brenda. You got to focus on yourself. Billet, does that mean accountant? I'm from the UK. Oh, a billing specialist is a person that does, like, medical professionals, doctors, therapists. They do the billing to the insurance companies. So we don't have to do it. You wanting to get off of disability? Come up with your own business. I would like to know if you could help me. Leonardo, you can email me and let me know what you need. I do offer coaching, and I will provide you with my the discounted prices that I have. And so you can email me at drcarmenbryant@outlook.com, drcarmenbryant, and I will give you my prices for coaching. So, you guys ready? I need you as my psychiatrist, doctor, or therapy. Well, I'm not a psychiatrist, so I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I have a doctor of education in counseling psychology. The emphasis is counselor education and supervision. And then I practice at a master's level. And when I practice at a master's level, I'm actually educated in marriage and family therapy. And then I am licensed as a mental health therapist. Yeah, the paintings would. Yes. One code wrong on your bill, they deny the bill, or one address wrong that you've been. That's a whole job in itself. Yeah. You say you went through some classes online for the trade you want, still have to complete it. See, this is the perfect time to do it. I got skills. I'll be ready to drive up to the insurance company and tell them I know I'm on the telephone. Well, you guys, give me 45 minutes, y'all. Give me 45 minutes. You guys ready for the questions? You guys ask me whatever question you want to. I don't want to be blocked here. I just want to be a part of this video to get some advice. Well, you ask me whatever question you want to. I don't give advice over the videos. I give some encouragement, I give you some information, but if you want to hire me as your coach, you send me an email and then I will send you the prices for coaching or consultation. How long after being married 40 years that I can get freedom? Freedom how? What do you mean freedom how? Freedom how? Someone I suspected is a narcopath came by for my birthday and gave me a melted Hershey chocolate bar. He then texted me a picture of an unmelted Hershey chocolate bar later when he got back to his house. Block him. Block him. They're just messing with your head. How's your beautiful fur babies doing? They're doing great. If you seen the pictures I posted, my daughter put a face mask on the cat. I'm waiting for the guinea pig to have a face mask. Who knows what's going to happen this week? They might be walking around in clothes. Thank you, guys. Predator free. He's telling you what you could have. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Desiree said that chocolate bar situation, he's telling you what you could have. Girl, you don't want that mess. I need supervision from my narc to keep me from taking my nice hat off. You need supervision from your narc from taking your nice hat off. You just no contact. Yeah, no contact. How do I leave them in my heart? It takes time. Brenda, it takes time. Most people are looking for this formula, but a lot of people are looking for a formula. There is no formula. There is no formula in healing. Hold on, Miss Brenda. Okay, Leonardo, you just email me, okay? Okay. But Miss Brenda, a lot of people yeah, study trauma bonding. Yeah, I have a video on trauma bonding. I think I have one or two videos on trauma bonding and I talked about it, but you have to remember that that's not a normal relationship. That's not a normal bond you have with a narcissist. That's a very dysfunctional bond that they create with you. It's a traumatic bond. It's the what's the name of it, you guys? The other word for it is the syndrome. The peptide bonding? No, trauma bonding. The other one is the Stockholm syndrome. Study Stockholm syndrome. But most people assume that it is just, there is a formula that you go through in order to heal your heart from the trauma and your desire for that person. When you're trauma bonded, you're basically addicted. Yeah, Stockholm syndrome. You're basically addicted to that individual. And so this type of individual is very different than the average type of individual. You probably dated before, they cheated you, that you just didn't work out. Maybe there's some who's that? Telsha? Oh, thank you, Miss Telsha. I appreciate you. That was so sweet. I would tell them what you did, but thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Can I tell them what you just did, Miss Telsha? I'm so honored. Thank you so much. I would cry, but I'm a thug. But no, there is no formula to healing. This is not a I can tell them. You don't want me to tell them? It's okay to tell them. Oh no, don't tell them. Okay, but Lindsay said, do not need to pay credit cards. Just call, no late fees or interest, 30 days at a time. I did call and it worked on. Okay, I'll do that. But I know, right? I would cry, but I'm a thug. But no, but there is no formula to healing. It takes time to heal. This is a different type of relationship that really you guys were doing and saying a lot of things, doing and saying a lot of things with these individuals that you would never have done in a I'm not gonna say a bad relationship is a normal relationship, because any relationship that's dysfunctional is not a normal relationship. But there is a difference between you coming into a relationship with a narcissist because of the way that they operate and the way that they think, versus a person that is not mature enough to handle a relationship, or is just not it's just not a right relationship. But hey, Miss Joyce, but this is a very different type of relationship. I know, gangster tears, huh? I'm about to draw one on my face with the eyeliner. But yeah, but it's so Miss Brenda is not, that's not a normal process of healing. It's like It's like post-traumatic stress, or the grief and loss process, which is extended and is complicated. So don't think that is abnormal, okay? Don't think because he's harassing you, predator. They do stupid stuff. A lot of times they do dumb things, and it sounds totally ridiculous. And your mind is so focused on the exact thing that they did. Thank you. On the exact thing that they did, Miss Brenda. It's gonna be okay though. And I'm gonna tell you something right after I say this. But who was that? Predator free. You got to remember, they do stuff and they do things to make you focus on the very thing that they did. And you, just like Desiree just said, I wasn't thinking that way because I was moving on to the next conversation. But Desiree, that made perfect sense. He put a melted chocolate bar on your and then took a picture of a good chocolate bar. Basically, what he was saying, everything that they do is intentional. Don't ever think they do things on accident. They think out everything. And what she just said was made perfect sense. And what it was is, this is what you could have. You could have this. But that's basically, they think about everything. They're always overthinking you. So you have to stay ahead of them. You can't focus on the exact thing that they did. You have to think on the purpose of what they did. What did they do that for? What was the purpose? What were you trying to say? Because there's always a subliminal message behind what they say. Miss Yolanda, I know I haven't called you, and I have promised to call you, and I have been really busy. But now that everybody is at the house with, and they got the Rona out there in the air, give me tomorrow. Text me. You still got my phone number. Text me tomorrow. I'm going to call you tomorrow. I promise I'm going to call you tomorrow. I have not had the opportunity, but now that I'm in the house and I'm not on the road a lot, I'm going to call you tomorrow. I promise you, I'm going to call you tomorrow. Text me just to remind me, okay? But I'm going to call you tomorrow. But the thing about it is sometimes what happens is when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, a lot of times people have this habit of focusing on the things that they're doing, but there's a purpose behind the things that they're doing. And sometimes you're so focused on the little details that you're not focused on the little details is good to pay attention to. However, there's a big picture behind it. And if they distract you on these little details, you won't understand the big picture behind what they're trying to do. You don't worry about the little stuff that they're doing. Make sure you focus on the whole point that they're a narcissist. If they're a narcissist, there's nothing normal about what they do. They have a purpose for everything, and everything that they do it intentionally. There is no such thing like, well, that's how she is, or, well, that's how he is. No. Everything that they do is thought out, and they're playing. Yes, Robin, they purposely play chess with your life all the time. When you think that they're not thinking about you, they're still thinking. If you have caused a narcissistic injury, they're thinking of a way to get you back, even though it may not be right away. You may wait a few months and they'll try to get you back. They'll try to find a way to get you back. They want power and control, and they cannot handle you being ahead of them. And something as simple as setting up boundaries. You set up boundaries and you tell them no, or you put up a boundary, just be prepared that they're going to let you have it. They're going to get you back for stepping across, for not letting them have what they want. So if they can't have what they want from you, they'll take your whole conversation. So I'm going to do another one on red flags. They'll take your whole conversation and they'll flip that conversation, because they're always the victim. Everything is always woe is me. They may not say woe is me, but everything is about this narcissist. So no matter what you do, when you set up boundaries, that's why I tell you guys, when you have conversations with a narcissist, and I'm just gonna make you guys one person right now, okay? If you and I, because most of you guys are sitting at the house by yourself anyway, if you and I are getting to know each other, we're going to get to know each other, and I'm going to find out, what are your likes and your dislikes? What are my boundaries with you? How do I converse with you? What you don't like me to say, how you don't want me to handle you, and likewise, you'll figure out the same way. Now, as we get to know each other, I'll know that you need to get your narcissist to buy me an Apple computer, since he being so generous, and send it to me, and I'll send him a thank you note. But the thing about it is that if we're getting to know each other, now this is the average person that does not have narcissistic personality disorder. This is a person, as we're trying to get to know each other, I'll know my boundaries with you, you'll know my boundaries, and then we get to know each other, like Miss Yolanda. I've known Miss Yolanda ever since my babies were little. She used to take care of my youngest daughter. That's her goddaughter. And so, but there came a time where we just knew, I knew her character, and she knew my character. If somebody was to say that Miss Yolanda is is abusive to children, I would argue with you because I've known her ever since for over 20 years, right? Yeah, 30. I've been knowing you for 30 years. So I've been knowing Miss Yolanda for 30 years. And in those 30 years, I've known her with my children when she had my children. So if somebody was to say something in reference to her and kids, I can definitely tell you that's not her character because I got to know her. That's not her character. I know what she's like with children. I know what she's like with children, right? A narcissist does not look at you that way. A narcissist, yeah, that's a long friendship, but a narcissist does not look at it that way. Everything that you say, everything that you say from the beginning of the conversation, it doesn't matter how many years, if you cause a narcissistic injury, if you put up boundaries, and you put up boundaries and that's not how far you want to go, everything that they've said and everything you said to them, they use it against you. They'll bring it back to you and they'll take it and take it out of context. When they take it out of context, your whole, check this out. Remember when I told you guys, you got to be careful not to over or what's the word I'm looking for? Super focus on these little details. Let me show you why. A narcissist, once you set up boundaries or once you cause a narcissistic injury could be putting up boundaries, saying no, and standing your ground. Something as simple as no or standing your ground. They'll take your whole conversation and they'll flip that conversation at everything that you said. Now, where they get you at, where you continue arguing back and forth that'll drive you crazy, is all the little details they paid attention to. All the little details they paid attention to and then took those little details and flipped it around to make you look like the bad person. And you're looking at the conversation thinking to yourself, or you're trying to think of the conversation and you're thinking to yourself, that is not what I meant. That is not true. But see, if you get so over focused and you guys are focused on fighting these little tiny fires, you don't see the whole forest fire right behind you. Sometimes you have to know the thing about coming out with a narcissist. Some of you guys got fight in you. So some of you guys want to fight. You guys want to fight. You want to argue. You know, you got to be right. Sometimes you have to know when to pull back. There's a difference between a battle and a war. War is the big campaign. And within the war, there are little battles that go on. In the military, when we deploy, the whole battle might be the whole battle, the reason why all the military deployed overseas. But in between that war, each branch of service is fighting little battles. We're fighting this battle to take over this right here. We're fighting the battle to take over this gate here. We're fighting this battle to conquer this. We're fighting this battle to bring these down. Those are the little battles. If you over focus on these little battles in conversation with a narcissist, they'll get over on you because they're fighting a bigger war. They're getting you distracted on things that is really irrelevant. Sometimes you have to know, and it's hard for a lot of us because we're accustomed to defending ourselves, right? Most of you guys are so accustomed to being in a relationship with a person that is really disrespectful, dishonorable, or a narcissist, right? A person that never respected you at all, never had any respect for you whatsoever. And you're so focused on the fact that you're trying to prove yourself. I'm going to prove myself and I'm going to argue because but you're driving yourself crazy because they know exactly what they're doing. They've been doing it forever and ever. You have to know sometimes when to shut up and pull out. Sometimes it's not even worth your time to fight that battle. Sometimes whatever they say, let them say whatever they have to say. What are you going to lose? You know, sometimes it's not even important for you to address it. They can say something to you and you focus so much on what they say, it'll run through your mind. That's the whole point. They planted seeds. They planted seeds of doubt in your mind. They planted seeds of doubt about yourself. They made you question yourself. How you questioning yourself and you listening to a narcissist spew, what's the word I'm looking for? Spew poison on you. And you're taking upon that poison and you turn it over in your head. So you keep replaying the conversation. You keep on replaying what they said. You keep replaying what you know what you said when you said it and you know what you meant. Just because you misinterpreted something that someone said does not mean that's what it is. That's your reality. A narcissist lives with chaos in their head all the time. They always have chaos in their head, always have chaos. That's why most narcissists can't handle quiet. They can't handle when you give them the silent treatment. They can't handle thank you. They can't handle quiet because quiet is tormenting to them because they're constantly at battle in their head. And whatever is inside of their head and whatever is inside of their heart, it comes out when they're dealing with people. They are chaotic individuals. And even when they deal with you, you see the chaos coming out. They're unhappy. They're spiteful, they're venomous, like some of you guys said. All that chaos that's going on the inside, they're spewing it on you. And so you're in this relationship that is completely chaotic. When you get your own peace and quiet, you don't even know, you feel guilty for having peace and quiet. But why do you think they don't want you to have peace and quiet? They don't want you to have peace and quiet because their mind is not at rest. You've ever seen a person that is so anxious, that has so many anxiety issues, the depression, and they're constantly questioning themselves, and they're constantly asking, they're always, it's a hot mess. Whatever's going on in their head, they have to drown it out by making you make all the noise. Once you get quiet and you don't have to fight every battle is not your battle. You do not have to explain yourself. You do not, if you tell me that my name is not Carmen, I'll probably stop talking to you. I'll probably just, you right. I've had people call me the narcissist. If that's what you think, okay. And I'll move on. You know what? And what ends up happening is they get upset at the fact that I don't argue back. Why argue back? I know what I am and what I'm not. That lets me know what I am and what I'm not. That lets you know I'm not a narcissist because I'm aware of who I am. We all have narcissistic traits. I got narcissistic traits. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do. Been with narcissists for almost 50 years. So why would I not have some of the traits? Grew up around them, deal with them every day. So I recognize the narcissistic traits. And sometimes I have to pull myself back because if you make me mad, I cut you off and give you the silent treatment. The deuces, I'm out. And I have to work on that because that was my way of, I don't have time to fool with you. I'm just deuces. I'm learning to talk. And when it goes too far, I just cut it off. Deuces. And that's it. So all of you guys have narcissistic traits. That doesn't make you a narcissist, but you have to understand what you're dealing with. You have to understand what you're dealing with. You see what I mean? I'll ghost you real quick. If you talk too much, I'll walk off while you're talking. I won't do it in your face, though. I'll wait till somebody else starts talking to you. Yep. Bye, Felicia. There's healthy narcissism and unhealthy narcissism. Okay, new dawn arises. I hate the way that sounds. And I'm not saying that is something that you see in literature, but I just don't think nothing about narcissism is healthy, period. Even though we have the traits, a lot of times the traits that we have are traits that we develop being around people that we're trying to defend ourselves from. You know what I mean? Growing up, the kids, they're developing themselves, they're sniffing themselves for the first time, and some of them actually have the traits that turns into narcissism. I hate that term healthy narcissism because of how much we talk about it. You know what I mean? And so I never see anything healthy about it. And so, but a lot of times, you'll recognize, to let you know that you're healthy is to let you know when some of those traits look like the narcissist. Some of you guys get so paranoid that you not text me, but you email me. Am I the narcissist? If you're that stressed out about being a narcissist, you're probably not. And then you can focus on that behavior and you can change that behavior. You see what I mean? Can it be righteous anger? You can have righteous anger. Yeah, you can have righteous anger. That is a human emotion. There's nothing wrong with being angry. I get angry a lot. I mean, not a lot. I'll take that back. That didn't even sound right. I don't get angry a lot. I don't get angry a lot. I do not. That was the wrong thing to say. I apologize. I don't get angry a lot. But I do get angry. And sometimes dealing with the insurance company, I'm angry. I want my money and I want my money now. Like the commercial said, the anger is a normal emotion. So some of you guys are worried at the fact that you're angry. You really angry. But anger is a normal emotion. Anger is a normal, NPD is narcissistic personality disorder. When it becomes a disorder, it is pathological. Pathological meaning that it affects their personal interactions with people. It affects their job. It affects their behaviors. It affects the way that they think. They have problem with people. Are there healthy ways to argue? Yeah, there's healthy ways to disagree. You and I may not always agree on something. You are one individual and I am one individual. You have a particular background and a way that you grew up and the way that you learned things, and I have a way. Some things work for you and some things work for me. And so that means that if we're friends or if you're dating someone, you have to understand that this is a totally opposite individual from you. And so there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong with being two opposite people and being able to pull back and say, we're not going to argue about this. A person that's like, you're in a relationship, you should be able to, our relationship is too important for us to argue about little stuff. We have to agree to disagree. I have my point of view and you have your point of view. We can talk about it. We can look at it from different perspectives. That don't mean that I'm right and you're wrong, or you're wrong and I'm right. It may be two different ways that we have been brought up or thought. Thank you. So yeah, there are healthy ways to argue. This is really not argue, is a healthy way to disagree. I mean, me and Yolanda disagree for years. I just walk off and get in the car, bye Yolanda, but she still had my baby, so I had to come back. And they never admit their wrongs. Never admit their wrongs. They never admit their wrongs. They never tell people how they played into something. Like if they hurt you and then you blow up and you're not the type of person to just blow up, they'll always look like a victim and they'll always point their fingers at you and they'll always tell people everything that you've done, and they never tell how they poked the bear. They never tell you how they instigated. See, Miss Yolanda, no. I remember coming over there mad, but she still had my baby when I left. I had to come back. She get mad, I get mad at him and leave, but I had to come back. So yeah, but you have to understand what is the important. What is important? Is the relationship important? A narcissist doesn't think that way. A narcissist's mind is focused on, I'm always gonna be right. And you always gonna see it my point of. I mean, you got to watch too. That's why I wanted to, because you guys talked about it last week, as the red flags. So there's so many different red flags, but that doesn't mean that they all apply to the narcissist. But I check this out. The crazy thing about it is that you don't realize that you're watching their mask fall off all the time. Sometimes you're waiting for the big mask fall off, but in actuality, in the midst of the conversation, because remember, it takes a lot of fuel for them to get you to them, to pull you to them. And so they much rather have fuel to pull from other people, but they have to give fuel in order to pull you. So that's a lot of time and energy, and they get frustrated when they're accustomed to doing things and getting things really quick. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a good-looking man or a good-looking woman, and they're accustomed to getting what they want. They're intelligent, they're handsome, they're beautiful, they're manipulative, and they're accustomed to getting what they want really quick. And the type of people that they've been around, they win these crowds. These people just, fall at their feet. They're just wonderful. Then they meet you. And it's not that easy for them to, not that easy, because you're paying attention to them and you're listening to them. It's almost like, you can play the game with everybody else, don't play the game with me. That's a lot of narc injury really quick. And they move really, really fast, and they're fast talkers. They're fast talkers. But if you actually pay attention to the conversation, some of you guys can go back and replay conversations. And if you listen to the conversations, the mask was coming off all in between there. They'll get angry, but they pull back. They'll get angry, but they pull back. Something didn't work, but they pull back. And you can pick up those little red flags like, wait a minute. But a lot of times you weren't paying attention to that, and you just let it ride. You let it ride. Yeah, fast talkers. Hustlers, players, some of them players. Okay, I missed that whole conversation. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me look at some of the commentos. Healthier way is not to argue. Narc love that. Yep, get out and away from them ASAP. I'm out. I used to put on my earplugs when they start brewing up an argument. Give them a silent treatment. They go crazy and attack. Absolutely. See? Absolutely. They don't like quiet. They can't handle their own mind and their own thoughts. When they're stuck to their own thoughts, they have to find a way to it's like they have to find a distraction. You become that distraction for them. But when you leave and you don't say anything, or you don't add to the argument to help them argue, it really makes them angry, because they have to silence that chaos in their head. X-Narc left a voicemail about concern for me and my heart disease with this virus. Been almost a year since contact, trying to recall the grace I've given to get out. But see, remember, that's I'm telling you guys, during this time of the this corona situation, for some of you guys, it's a bad situation as it is. Let's not downplay it. It's a bad situation, especially for those of you that have compromised immune system. You have to take extra precautionary care of yourselves. Listen to what the CDC is saying, and protect yourselves. Do whatever they're telling you to do, and be, don't be superhero going out there trying to save the world. Take care of yourselves. You know what I mean? So not only you guys dealing with, a lot of you guys are now dealing with the corona and lack of work, or maybe being laid off and concerned with your family and trying to take care of your family. That is perfect Hoover opportunity for a narcissist. You've been doing it all this time. Whatever you do, don't go back. This is not going to last forever. And when it's over with, just like I said in the other video, when this is over with, some of you guys are going to look back and be like, wow, I was stronger than I thought I was. You always have been stronger than what you thought you were. And you made it. You're going to make it through this coronavirus situation. And you're going to look back and you're like, wow, I made it through without him or her. I really did it. You're going to see just how strong you really are. You've been strong all along while you were in a relationship. You just didn't see it, and now that you're going through this is your test. This is your opportunity to see just how valuable you really are and why they were coming after you. It wasn't because you were stupid. None of you guys were stupid, or they wouldn't have came after you. A narcissist has issues and they're dysfunctional. So they go and seek people that, okay, I'm going to say this and it's going to sound a little narcissistic when I say this. I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. A narcissist hooks onto, they try to get someone that they think is better than them. Now, they're not going to tell you that they think you're better than them. They don't believe in their mind that they're better than that you're better than them. Well, I take that back. They look at you and they see your qualities, which is better than them, and they want that. And so they go after what is better than them. They don't go after what they think is less than them. If you see a narcissist go backwards and you cabbage, potato chips, and barbecue sauce on it, and then they go to a homeless person that's on methamphetamines and hadn't taken a bath in 3 months, is not because you don't have any worth. It's because of the fact they were desperate for supply. They needed some supply. They needed to refuel while they go up. And on top of that, they needed to refuel, but that's a slap in your face that hurts you even more. You see what I mean? But the thing about it is that they're seeking those that are better than them. And they try to find, because they look for strong people, weak people, it doesn't matter. But you have something that they want, and they go after you because and a lot of them study you. So they come in really fast. And when they come in really fast, it's like, to you, you don't know them. To them, they know you. And so they come after you really fast, and you got to watch it, because some of you guys want a relationship so bad that you go along with it, but it feels so good. Yeah, they're going to stimulate your emotions. They do it. They stimulate your emotions. You should not be stimulated in your emotions. That's the last thing you should be stimulated in. You got to use your logical mind now, especially those of you guys. Yeah, they study you. Those of you guys, I mean, think about it. If we study the narcissist and we're putting this information out there, what made you think that they weren't studying you? And then a lot of you guys, you got to remember, doing these videos is easy to take a magnifying glass and magnify symptoms and behaviors and conversation. A lot of you guys, yeah, you're right. But you have to remember, when you take that information and you put it on a day-by-day play, that what we're talking about and what we're highlighting on these videos is not that obvious a lot of times. It's subtle. It's just the fact that we took a magnifying glass and magnify it for you so that you can identify it. But it doesn't present itself that easy a lot of time. It shows up subtly. So sometimes you don't know it happened until after it happened. Like, oh my gosh, we were just talking about this. So a lot of the information that you get on the videos, you're expecting them to walk around with a sign on their forehead or on their jacket. Oh, that's the video Dr. Carmen made. No, it's subtle. It's subtle. And so we're just highlighting, the coaches that come on, they're highlighting something that is very subtle a lot of times. Know what you're going through. Yeah. April May said, question, Dr. Carmen, can you talk about narcs and long distance relationships? Is that better, easier for the narc? Sorry to keep asking. Oh, I didn't notice you posted. I'm sorry. I'm just now seeing it. A long distance relationship. Well, first of all, you got to remember narcissists are all here on YouTube, all here on Facebook, on social media, on dating apps. The best way to pull you guys in is to get on a dating app. And then some people actually think they're having a real relationship with a person online through social media, and you literally have feelings for these people to a point where they're controlling you and telling you what to do. The long distance relationship is just to hide them. A lot of them, you don't want to see them in their face. They don't want you to see them face to face. But no, long distance relationship, no, because they're doing what they want to do. AIDS and HIV and corona is blind. Once you're infected, and they don't care. They think they're superhuman anyway. They think they're superhuman. I don't think that's a good idea. So my answer is I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, hold on. Remember, I got trifocal, so I got to figure out how to look at the Dr. C. Some narcs are in the comments now replying mean to survivors. Oh, who is making mean comments? Because if you see any, let Stevie Bananas, New Donna Rises, Telsha, and Just Be Real know. And if I see them, I get them. Let me know. And if I see them, I'll block them too. Oh, okay. Hold on. I don't see the comments on here. I'm scrolling. Okay, so they must not be doing a lot of commenting because I haven't seen any comments. So maybe there were earlier comments. I didn't see it, but I'll keep my eye on them too. Narcs want everything. Yep. Yep. Yeah, long distance don't work with a narc. It'll work for them to keep control over you, but it's not gonna work for you. How do you handle a narc who knows what they are and use religion and crazy making? All of them use crazy making. That's called gaslighting. Some of them do use religion because that might be something that you might be into, or the fact that there's a lot of supply they can get within religious organizations. Very easy. Why do most people, join religious organization? Because there's a different level of soul care that they need, and so that's the biggest place a lot of times where narcissists go to prey on vulnerable people. 13 minutes, okay. A lot of times that's where they go to prey on vulnerable people that try to be trusting and are trying to recover. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, yes, my ex has the pastor and his wife totally brainwashed. Oh yeah, they'll throw money out there and equipment, they'll all sorts of things to make sure that, is it okay to date a narcissist? Is it okay to date a narcissist? Angel, you want me to block you? That ain't even a joke. You want me to block you? Because that literally was a dumb question. All these videos, almost 400 videos, you asked that question. Now, I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm just trying to be straightforward. That was a dumb question. You just got here, Angel. You on the wrong site to be asking a question like that. I don't have to say much. They can see. They already want to block you because that was a dumb question. You don't come on no overcoming narcissist abuse, and then you ask me whether it's okay to that. So that means my wrong channel. What causes narcissism? Where does it start? Are they just born that way? No, they're not born that way. No, they're not born that way. But I do go on my podcast. I actually have a podcast, and I do have videos about it. But on my podcast actually talks about the development of narcissism. They're not born that way. My ex seems to love the chase. Is that all narcs? Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, it depends on if they've discarded you and it makes them look good. Are they born narcissists, or have they seen this behavior as a child? I have a video on that. They're not born narcissists. No, narcissistic personality disorder is a personality dysfunction. It is a disorder. It's pathological, and it develops because something has happened. It could be trauma. It could be sexual abuse. It could be physical abuse. It could be neglect. It could be rejection. It could be the environment. It could be the way that they're raised. Sometimes the results of having narcissistic parents, or because they have no empathy, and so they're being raised by parents that have no empathy, so they don't learn. Empathy is learned. You have those maybe that are, the parents are entitled, so they're teaching the kids to be entitled. And so eventually what happens is they develop that personality disorder and it becomes permanent. Yeah, sometimes it's abuse. A lot of times it's abuse. But then that personality develops, and then Gloria, you talking about over on the other side when I was talking about the question? But yeah, but it develops. And so by the time they're about 19 years old, that's usually 18, 19 years old. That's usually around the age that you actually would diagnose narcissistic NPD, because teenagers, when you have adolescents, a lot of those behaviors are pretty normal in their developmental stages as they're trying to discover themselves. And usually they grow out of it. If they don't grow out of it, and you can usually tell when something is not right, even though they're developing as teenagers, you can normally tell when something is not right, because they display a lot of the behaviors of, there's certain things out of narcissism that they display, but then 10 minutes, okay. But then a lot of times you can, I know it keeps rebooting itself, but a lot of times you would, this is amazing. This is not a lot of viewers on here either. I don't know what's going on with my channel. I may have to go from the other channel. But yeah, but it develops. But a lot of times you can see it. You can see it. It's just clinically is not diagnosed until they get out of the teenage phase. They get off, and watching people and animals suffers. Oh yeah, they don't mind. They don't mind. They don't mind. The ex was abused, dysfunctional family, and he has admitted that he separated from his true self at the age of 5. See? So a lot of them know when they separate. I heard someone say, I remember when I was young, I totally separated from my mother and father. I totally separated, and from that point forward, I was never attached. They see, a narcissist knows the symptoms. They don't know that they have narcissism. They just know how they feel. And a lot of things that they say, if you're listening to them, falls in the category of the symptomology of narcissistic personality disorder. So they'll tell you all of the symptoms, and they'll tell you exactly how they think. They'll tell you exactly how they function. They'll tell you when they cut. They can tell you how they operate. But the moment you say that is narcissistic personality disorder, they're going to argue you down, because think about how much we're putting it out there now and how bad it sounds. And how bad it sounds. My mother never breastfed me, so she has zero maternal bond with me. I'm so sorry. Kicked my little dog down a few stairs, threatened to kill outside dog when protecting me. Oh wow. I'm having some connection issues over on Facebook, you guys. They remind me of Jeffrey Dahmer. Yep, he has some Facebook is frozen. So you guys put my minutes on pause. Put my time on pause while I get Facebook back up, okay? Put my time on pause for just a minute so I can get everybody back on. Our therapist told me I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm learning about it. Narc parents, and then married someone who hid his true self from me. That's how they do. He had the ugliest habits. Well, first of all, if they're ghosting you, you just need to go no contact. If they're ghosting you, that means that they are grooming a new supply. Dr. Carmen, I feel so guilty about my ex-relationship with the narc because of my daughter with the narc. Don't feel guilty. Something beautiful came out of a hot mess, right? Something beautiful came out of it. That's how you look at it. Mine won't clip my horse's hooves. I can't get in to do it myself. Can you get someone else to do it? Can you get someone else to do it? Can somebody go over to Facebook and tell Facebook folks to come over to YouTube? Because I'm having some problems with, I think because of everybody's at home now, so everybody's on the internet. So I think I'm having some connection issues. But if somebody can just go over to Facebook and tell them to come over, tell them I said to come over to YouTube, because I think the traffic is really high. Yeah, I think the traffic is really high. Now, give me a second. Sorry, you guys, for the awkward pause. Are you guys still there? Is everybody over here still here? Ah, there you guys go. There you guys go. You guys there on Facebook? I'm sorry. You guys still on Facebook? Are you guys still here on Facebook? Okay, I had to go back and reset. I think because of the fact that there's a high traffic of people on the internet tonight. So I think there's a high traffic of people on the internet. And I think now YouTube has frozen. Okay, let me look. So Capucho, are you still here? Does it mean that orphans get affected more? Oh, dang. So I'm having a hard time with connection, you guys. So it keeps coming in and out. Okay. What about now? You guys back? Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? I think YouTube froze now. I think YouTube froze now. Okay, let me see what's happening on YouTube. YouTube folks, are you guys there? YouTube, you guys there? You see me on YouTube? I don't see any comments. Erica, can you go tell them on YouTube that I don't see their comments? Okay. I don't see the comments over here, so I don't know what happened. YouTube, I don't know what happened to my comments. Give me just a second. Okay, there you guys go. I can see you now. Now I can see it. Okay, I'm back. I can see both of you guys. All right, I got it. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, you got, I'm back. Okay. Okay, now you can start the clock again. Start the clock again, just be real. And Telsha. Okay, let me go back to answer. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I think because of the fact that there's a high traffic on the internet right telephones. So I'm just running off of straight cellular data. So if it slows down, it might be because of that, okay? So let me go back and answer. There was a question that was asked. And it was, does that mean orphans get affected more? I really don't know the percentage of orphans, but if you really think about it for a minute, you know, a lot of them have been through a lot of traumatic events and some of them have not. Some of them may develop it and some of them may not. You know, it's not one of those things that the sad part about it is there is no definitive answer as to who develops narcissistic personality disorder because it's a cluster B personality. So you have cluster A, B, and C. It's a cluster B personality disorder. In the same cluster of personality disorder, some of the people that go through what the narcissists have gone through may develop borderline personality disorder versus narcissistic personality disorder. Some of them may develop antisocial personality disorder, which is formerly known as psychopath or sociopath. You know, so, or histrionic person. So everybody that has been through something doesn't develop the same personality disorder. So it's not a definitive answer. There's no exact answer where you can point your finger and say, this is exactly what causes narcissism. So I do believe that there are orphans that do develop it, but you can't say that all orphans develop it. There was another question that was pretty interesting. Let me get back. Let me look. Because I don't want to miss anybody. Let me look. Okay. Carolyn said, what bothers me is the church don't want to discuss it. Well, Carolyn, you got to remember that not all church leaders understands narcissistic personality disorder. My leader, thank God, my leader is a well-versed leader. And remember, she has a YouTube channel that talks about narcissism, and she brings it to you from a spiritual and biblical perspective. You have people like my mentor. You guys know Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper, or Apostle Helen Sadler. You have people like R.C. Blakes that's talking about it. And so you do have church leaders that are beginning to study it and understand what narcissistic personality disorder is. But you have to remember that not everybody understands what that is. And so, of course, you can point your finger and get upset, and to each his own. Everybody has their own belief, but we can get mad and point your fingers at church leaders that they don't know, and I can't believe they're not discussing it. But how can they discuss something that they don't understand? How can they discuss something that they don't know anything about? They have to be knowledgeable. They have to be taught as well, and once they're taught, they can talk about it. Helen is my friend. No, Apostle Helen is not my friend. That's my spiritual mother. That's my leader. That's my leader. That's my spiritual mother. I don't cross the lines with that. No, she's not my friend. She's my spiritual leader. She's my spiritual parent. She's my leader. She's the general officer in my life. That's my mentor. If you become friends with your mentor becomes ineffective in your life. Remember that. Yeah, no disrespect, but if you become friends with your mentor and they can't separate the two, that means just go ahead and start the time. Just start where I stopped you. You just continue. I think I had 20 minutes left. Okay, let's see. We need to weaponize all the supernova empaths against all the knuckle slobs. Yeah, no, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Dr. Carmen, I remember the narc would go to early morning church service and leave me and my daughter home. See? Please talk about narcissism in families. I got videos. Girl, I got a number of videos about narcissism in families. If you look through my entourage, not my entourage, my collection of all the videos that I've made, I talk about it in families all the time. All the time. Gloria said, thank God to those who are not stuck inside with the narcs, right? Others will be out as soon as they can. I'm sure they're working on a plan. I hope so, because some of you guys are stuck with this narcissist in your house. Telsha said over 316 videos. Thank you. But yep, I talk about family, narcissism in families all the time in most of my videos. I don't get predator-free comments, sorry. What did she say? We need to weaponize all our... Oh, she being a superhero, that's all. Vivian, she just being a superhero. She don't mean no harm. Okay, hold on. They need to see your video. They're missing out on good information. Thank you, Woo Ladybug. Thank you. I now know it was early devaluation of the family. Hello, can you read my name, please? Why do I need to read your name? Is there a book you can recommend for co-parenting with narcs? Thanks. You don't co-parent with a narc. You co-parent and counter-parent with them, because anything that you try to do that's good, they're going to counteract that. You're going to counteract that. Denise said, do they know they're evil? No, they don't know they're evil. They think they're perfectly fine. They think that you're dysfunctional. They think something wrong with you and everybody that they deal with. You're welcome, Viviana. She meant no harm. But yeah, you counter parent with a narcissist. You just have to use wisdom. Hopefully, I don't know what book to recommend, but if you go online, there is like There are some videos about, you know what? I have to go back and look because really the videos that I know about are about parental alienation. You act narc in their game of chess. Your best bet is to get off the board. Get off the board. His psychologist said he is borderline personality disorder, not narcissistic. I wish he could live. I wish he could live with him for a little bit so he can see the narc. Shosho, believe it or not, unfortunately, there's a high percentage of people with borderline personality disorder that have narcissistic personality disorder. A lot of times, the people that I didn't suspect were that had narcissism, actually, I diagnosed them with borderline personality disorder, and I didn't diagnose them meaning that it was one of those rule it out type thing, and then I realized they had both borderline and narcissistic personality disorder. So there's a high percentage of people that have borderline personality disorder that also have narcissistic personality disorder, and vice versa. Those that have narcissistic personality disorder also have borderline personality disorder. It's just one is more dominant. A lot of times, one is more dominant than the other. But you have to remember. I think somebody asked, do they have comorbid comorbid mental health, meaning do they have other mental health issues? Yes, absolutely. 6 minutes? Okay. Yes, absolutely. Because back in the day, there used to be 5 axes. It was axis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Axis 1 was more of the things like anxiety disorder, mood disorders, depression, post-traumatic stress, those type of thing. And then axis 2 was personality disorders. And they tell you we treat axis 1, normally axis 1. An insurance company normally pay for you to treat axis 1 disorders. They don't have those axes anymore. Axis 2 were personality disorders. And most of the time when a person is diagnosed with personality disorders, insurance companies don't like to pay because it's long-term, and personality disorders, as those of you that are in school on the master's level will learn during diagnosis, treatment and diagnosis, personality disorders, you cannot change a personality disorder. You may teach them about it, you may teach them how to cope and function in life, but you cannot get rid of a personality disorder. And most therapists don't want to work with people that have personality disorders. Thank you so much, Just to Be Real. No, you can't. You can't fix a dysfunctional personality disorder. Once a personality disorder has ingrained itself, once it has developed itself and ingrained itself, it is non-changeable. It does not change. One of my theories is, and I would have to go research my theory, what I hypothesize is the fact that if you catch it early, if you could catch it early enough in childhood, before it ingrains itself in the personality of a child, in a dysfunctional personality, I believe there's a possibility you might be able to change it. But once it is already developed, it is there. It's not going anywhere. That is there. Yeah, there is no cure for a personality disorder. You talk to any psychologist or psychiatrist, they'll tell you personality disorders, you can't change them. Go study it. You'll see yourself. You cannot change a personality disorder. Now, for those of you that have, a lot of you do ask spiritual questions. Some of you guys try to catch me off guard, but what about God? Okay, God is capable of doing anything, but a person still has to take the opportunity of taking responsibility, admitting that something is wrong. A narcissist is not going to admit that anything is wrong with them. Most of them don't see anything wrong. Well, narcissists don't see anything wrong with them. They don't see anything wrong. If you don't see anything wrong with yourself, why would you change it? If I tell you your breath stink and you argue with me, you're not going to change it until you realize that your breath stink, right? Isn't that the same thing that we teach people with drugs and alcohol? A lot of people, there are people that do recover from drug and alcohol addictions, and there are some that do not. But they still have to admit to the fact that they have. Why do you think when they go into AA, they say, hi, my name is so-and-so, and I'm an alcoholic? It's a recovery for the rest of their life. I don't agree with the fact once you don't, well, it is what it is. But once you are no longer an alcoholic, I just don't believe in saying that I am an alcoholic. You are no longer an alcoholic. You are a recovered alcoholic. You see, but they have to admit to the fact that there is something wrong. If no one admits to the fact that they have an alcohol problem, what's the point of taking them in treatment? Even if you take a drug 3 minutes, even if you take a drug addict and you put them into treatment, if their mind is not set on being changed, they're going to come out and use again because they don't want to. And so with a narcissist does not see themselves as a problem. Once a junkie, always a junkie? No, can't say that. I don't agree with that. I know too many people that used to be junkies that are no longer a junkie. Is it a pandemic? It's not a virus. Narcissism is not a virus. And not a bacteria infection. It's not a virus. No, you don't have to apologize, Stevie. He recovered after 10 years and went back to it the past few years. You're talking about drugs and alcohol, right? We're here. Who's here? Who's here, Gary? I dated 3 years, very subtle signs after marriage with who are you? Oh, we'll always be recovering from NARS. Will we always be recovering from NARS? No, you're gonna recover from a narcissist and eventually you'll probably get into a nice relationship, hopefully. Hopefully you get into a good relationship. But I don't think we're gonna be recovering narc addicts. I don't believe that. Cinderella watches Carmen's video, look into getting into therapy. Oh, okay, you talking to someone. 2 minutes, okay. Oh, they feel like a virus. Okay. Shoot, not a virus, but a whole dysfunction. Are they usually bisexual? Don't ever put anything past them. Don't put anything past them. Wherever there is supply, whether you are disease. There you go. Never put past a narcissist crossing lines to get supply. You may be dating or you may be married to one that is heterosexual, but if they get desperate enough or if they find good supply in the LBGTQ, thank you so much, Big Women Stretch. But if they want supply, if they find some good supply in the LBGTQ plus community, they will cross over. But then they'll try to make that person feel like they're crazy when they try to out the narcissist. If they try to out the narcissist, there's this full-on smear campaign that will happen, and that's on both sides. Because sometimes those that are in the LBGTQ community also will cross over into the heterosexual community and then call that person crazy. You see what I mean? So it's a game. There's no color line. There's no sexual boundaries. There is no language barriers. There is no religious preference. It doesn't matter. A narcissist is a narcissist. And so don't ever underestimate a narcissist. They'll cross lines. They will cross lines. My cure for narcissism, keeping them out of my life. Absolutely. Good night, Miss Elizabeth. Pinky said, I'm still recovering and it's hard because he works around the corner from where I live. Please help. It's my time. Please help. Well, Miss Pink, you are always welcome to do coaching with me. You can email me at Dr. Carmen Bryant, DrCarmenBryant @outlook.com. I will give you my coaching fees and we can do some coaching together. So mahalo. Oh, for your videos. Aloha from Hawaii. Hey there, Miss Tiffany. How are you? You are so, how do you say you welcome in Hawaiian? How do you say you welcome? To a narcissist, everyone is supply. To a narcissist, supply. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Yeah, she trying to break the clock. I was trying to see how to say thank you before I say goodnight. Well, all right. It went kind of quiet. You are so welcome. Probably so, Desiree. Probably so. You know what, Telsha? As soon as you can travel. I was just trying to find out how to say thank you in Hawaiian. So as soon as she posted, I was going to say thank you in Hawaiian and then I was going to get off. Thank you so much, Miss Colleen. When will you see me live again? I'll probably come during the week and come on live. I'll probably come on during the week. Being that I'm working from home is easier to do it. You are so welcome. And do know that I'm creating an online classroom. Maha, wait a minute. Mahalo is thank you, and you're welcome. I'm trying to say you're welcome in Hawaiian. What is you're welcome in Hawaiian? That's what I was trying to say. So I will probably. Bill said you need to wear the scarlet N. You know what? I told you guys watch out for the Hoover. You know what, Telsha. I was trying to say you're welcome. You were a smart lady. You had to know. Okay, so I'm gonna get off. I was just looking for thank you. Someone could have looked it up for me to say thank you in Hawaiian. That's all I was waiting for to get off. You know what? All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to get off. So you guys make sure you subscribe, share these videos so that other people will get the information. If you guys are enjoying it and you guys are feeling pretty good, when you're watching the videos, if you're learning something, share it with somebody. Don't hold that information to yourself. Thank you so much, Ray Ray. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Thank you. But share the videos with someone. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dr. Carmen Bryant, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. You're so welcome. Thank you so much, Arlene. You are so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. I know. I need to get my laptop. I still haven't gotten it yet. But so if y'all narcissists are out here giving you guys gift, just go ahead and add a iPad, Apple iPad. I mean, an Apple, not an iPad, Apple laptop in there. Just throw that in there for me. But check this out. So those of you that are over on YouTube know that I do have a Facebook page. It is Psychological Health Consultants and Services, and also Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Predator Free. And make sure you hit the like button on both of those YouTube channels. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe and all videos on here. My book is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. It is on Barnes & Noble and it is on Amazon.com. Those of you that are wanting to donate, thank you so much. Some of you guys have sent me birthday money. I appreciate you guys. I do. Look up underneath there if you want to donate money. I have a Cash App and I have a PayPal. Those of you that are interested in Nau kau hauole. Nauka hauole. Oli. Okay, I tried. But for those of you that are interested in coaching, please email me at drcarmenbryant@outlook.com. It's drcarmenbryant@outlook.com. And I will send you, I am doing discounted rates. I will send you my fees for coaching. I have really enjoyed talking to you guys, especially through coaching and consultation. Learn to dance this week. I could dance a little bit to myself in private, but I have really enjoyed a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. But I have really enjoyed a lot of you guys that have done coaching and consultation with me. I have really enjoyed meeting you guys on camera. It's different when you're talking to a person one-on-one. So I have really been honored, and I thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to help you in this time. A lot of you guys talk to me once, maybe check in maybe once a month or once every 2 months, and I love it. Thank you so much. No, I'm not crazy. I'm in my right mind. But I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Make sure you subscribe, share. Oh, and those of you that are looking for counseling. So if you are in the state of Washington right now, they have, they're allowing the insurance companies and Medicaid, not Medicare, Medicaid, is allowing us, the therapists, to provide online counseling through a HIPAA compliant platform. And so I do counseling online. So if you are in the state of Washington, I can provide you with counseling. If you are outside the state of Washington, I can only offer you coaching services. And coaching services is not counseling. Coaching will help develop a goal, some plans, and going to help you get there to where you need to go. I'm going to guide you to that goal. That's what I'm going to do. But I usually have a really good feedback, and I appreciate you guys. I really do. So I'm going to get off because Telsha, Just Be Real, are cutting up on here, and I appreciate you guys, and I thank you guys so much. Go back to the replay. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hugs for hugs for thugs. Type my PayPal. Look under my under my video, I have to put the thumbnail on it. But as soon as I namaste, soon as I post the video, is usually always underneath my video, my Cash App and my PayPal. Hugs for thugs, I know, right? But I thank you guys, okay? I could stay on longer, but I'm gonna go and watch a movie. So I know I'm gonna watch a movie. Oh my gosh. You guys have a great evening. I'm through with you, Telsha. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good evening, okay?